Hey guys, Trigger John coming at you another Diablo 4 video. All right, this one we have kind of an important topic to talk about. That's going to basically revolve around unique items in Diablo 4. This will kind of give you a personal perspective from my end, as well as what you guys should be aware of on your end, and also how will this actually affect your build if you don't necessarily get certain uniques, and are there other uniques that would maybe be better slotted in that are a little bit easier to get that would be better for your builds? Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and let's just talk real quickly about the unique drop rates and how prevalent they've been so far. I can definitely tell you from experience now that I am a casual gamer. I do work a full-time job. I work a minimum 40 hours a week, and I get to play Diablo 4 from about 8 p.m. to, I don't know, maybe like 11 p.m. And then I'm usually recording a video like this, editing it, getting it ready for YouTube. So I get about 3 hours a night to actually play the game. With that being said, I've played almost about 3 hours on average since launch, other than I did miss a week from vacation. Also, with that being said, you will notice that I'm only level 69. Nice. But that's my only character. I don't have another one, and I've been only going on this character. The reason why I'm only doing this right now is because I'm taking my time. I'm kind of experiencing it just like I would as a casual player. That way I can better relate to you guys, the viewers, with my content. Also, with that being said, this is also all the uniques that I've gotten. As you can see right above my my head right here, right? You can see my uniques that I've gotten. You can see I've gotten a ring, a couple of the same pants, some gloves, the amulet, and the same bow. This is kind of common. So for the most part, like for example, these two of my gloves here are a common drop, so to speak, with uniques. Same thing with Eyes in the Dark. That one is fairly common to actually drop. It's not like some of the other more rare uniques, however, that really make or break your build. So the reason why we're bringing this up is for a couple of reasons, right? For example, a lot of people are going to be going for Temerity Pants. This is going to be replace whatever skill you have here on your boots. It's going to be Temerity, so that way when you heal, you get a barrier. It makes you a little bit more tankier, take a little less damage, which is absolutely great. Like, you definitely want to make sure that you take advantage of that, so to speak. However, Temerity Pants are a lot harder to get, whereas something like Eyes in the Dark is fairly easy to get. Now, unfortunately, this is just one of those things where, unless you're doing a trapping build, it doesn't make sense to use it on the rogue. There are a lot of different uniques that are very specific to a build type class, such as rogue, sorcerer, necro, so on and so forth, as well as a common core group that everybody can use. That's definitely a difference that you kind of need to be aware of, especially because if you want to go ahead and get into multiple character builds, you want to test out other things, you want to know, okay, well, what uniques are shared, so to speak, that you need to make sure you keep an eye on, or something along those lines, so that way you kind of know, like, hey, yeah, this could potentially work with my other build. Now, one other thing to kind of talk about and mention with this situation is you will notice that I don't have any uniques on my build. I'm actually doing this intentionally. I do have a couple of the uniques that could potentially go on my build, but the way I look at this is kind of like the following. Yes, aspects that change and modify your damage and or skills are great, especially like those god tier helms, right? Like the, what is it called, the Harlequin crest, right? Like, that's a god tier unique. However, it's a very hard one to get, so I don't want to get into the habit, so to speak, of, oh, I'm gonna go for only this unique. The reason why is you can really limit yourself on the enjoyment that you're gonna have in the game. I can say this also from experience. If you guys have ever played Path of Exile, like a Headhunter belt, or even what is the Mage Blood, right? Those items are heavily sought after. Everyone loves to get those items, or even craft something that could be mirrored. Some people, that is a good driving force. Other people, I've literally seen get frustrated, waste their time, quit the game because they do get frustrated that they never get the item they're actually looking for. I don't mean this to deter anyone from getting a unique item. I think you guys should all definitely go for unique items. They are very helpful. They do change some of the mechanics and the way the game works. However, I definitely think you should take some time and kind of find a build that's best for you that doesn't necessarily utilize uniques, that doesn't need them, where you can get aspects where you can get a chance to gamble and get that aspect, or you can at some point that legendary item will drop for you, whereas the drop table for uniques is so much higher that trying to rely on that and then getting upset or losing faith or even quitting because you're just like, you know what, I just keep getting the same exact unique every time. It's that kind of stuff that takes away. I think a lot of people, even though this is a very grinding game, that's basically the thematic of Diablo, right? It's ARPG, you grind, you kill things, rinse and repeat. It's kind of therapeutic. However, having one particular thing that really drives you, or like, oh, I'm just gonna get this one item, that can lead to a very negative space where you're not gonna have as much fun, or you're gonna make mistakes, right? Because I know there are build guides and a lot of people out there need to use those to make their builds. That's perfect, understandable, especially if you want to go for like the meta builds, the highest damage. You just want to see what you can do and what the game is possible. I get that. However, when you don't take a step back and go, okay, you know what? This maybe isn't a good idea for me to pursue. I should maybe, let's just figure out like an alternative, right? For example, temerity pants, I don't have. So I went with my Archon degrees, right? Which is basically a shadow step modifier. And when I get a kill with it, I get the charge back and then I get to go again. It's helpful. Does it do the same thing as temerity pants? Absolutely not. But you know what? I didn't look for something that did similar to that. I looked for something that then kind of changed my build. So at this point, if I were to say get the temerity pants, I would get rid of this aspect. And I don't know that I would change it out and keep it in the build, so to speak. However, I will notice a little bit of a difference in the damage from, say, Shadow Step, even though the skills are going to actually get boosted with like Harlequin if I ever get that one. But it's just one of those situations where it's not always something that you need to go, you know what? I don't know if I should pursue this, so to speak. The best answer, the best really thing for you is to go, yeah, no, don't always try to go for it. It's okay to have these, collect them, even try them out, right? Like Lucky hit up to 23% chance to freeze enemies for 2 seconds. Freeze is super busted in the game right now. It's very helpful. It's probably one of the best crowd controls in the game. So if you can combine freeze with poison, oh, that's amazing. I'm going all poison on my build. Like that's my thematic, is I'm going for poison damage because of the scaling possibilities and the simple fact that it matches my playstyle. So this could be something where I could slot this in and have fun with it. And it's not always about what's the best build. So when I said earlier, talking about, okay, well, and also what uniques really can change your build, it's situations like that, right? Like if you know your particular build has a strong point or a weak point, and you can change it, tweak it with a unique, try it. That's the point I'm getting at, because it'll shake it up and make you have fun. It also may trigger like an aha moment when you're like, oh yeah, no, for my particular play style and how I know how to play, this doesn't work, but oh, this did modify some things. Can I do this on all my builds? Can I rely on this, right? Like, can I learn to expect it, so to speak? Once again, try not to get the heavily sought after or the very rare uniques. I know there's a lot of websites out there that right now that will actually list every unique for you and tell you like the rare ones, the not so rare ones, the common ones. As you can see here from mine, I pretty much have all the common ones. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. I got a few of them. I don't have a whole lot of legend. I don't have a whole lot of uniques. This is literally all of them. And I'm at what, 9? I'm at 9 total uniques, and I'm at level 69. I played, like I said, about 3 hours a day on average. This is all I've gotten. I do know other people who are playing 7-8 hours a day and getting multiple uniques. I was talking to a friend of mine who he hops on for a couple hours at a time, hops off, goes back and forth all day long. He got 3. He's averaging about 2.5 to 3 uniques a day if you span it over a week. It's really good. That's really helpful. However, casually, for the casual gamer like myself, this is what you should expect, and this is why you should probably not focus and put all your effort into unique items, just because you don't want to have that regret and let down of, no, I didn't get my uniques, my build's not complete. So hopefully this video helps you. Hopefully this gave you more understanding of if it's okay to go like a full unique build, what's kind of expect with uniques and dealing with them. And if it did, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.